Hello everyone, my case study was on ALS. My patient was a 32-year-old woman with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, also known as ALS, and that is her medical diagnosis. And the main issues that she's been having is cramping in her left calf and foot drop, and she has no relevant recent medical history. Her social history is she was married for 10 years with 2 children, one being 4 years old and the other one being 18 months, and she has a third child on the way, and she recently quit her job as a teacher to stay home with her children more. Her relevant medical issue currently is the progression of her ALS, and it affects her functional mobility by her foot drop and her balance deficit. Her self-care rating on the ALS FRS-R score was a 3, so it's not normal, but it's definitely not the worst that it could be. And her communication was given a 4 on that same scoring metric, so that is normal as always. And the main mood that she has is she's concerned about her pregnancy and how her ALS is going to affect that. And her home environment is a 2-story home with 4 steps and no railing. And the main limitation that I wanted to focus on was her being unable to carry her child for fear of falling. That's limiting her role in society because she's not able to bring her children out with her and take care of her children effectively in that way. And the 2 impairments that are shown in that are weakness in her dorsiflexors, specifically her left dorsiflexor, and balance deficits, mainly in the left. So for the weakness in dorsiflexors, I will be doing edge of bed, left dorsiflexion, 3 sets of 10, and I will not be adding resistance due to her receiving a 3- on her MMT for left dorsiflexion. And for balance deficits, I will be addressing rhythmic stabilization and weight shift to the left in standing in order to have her feel more safe. And I chose strengthening dorsiflexors to fight the atrophy that she's been experiencing through ALS. And I chose rhythmic stabilization and weight shift in order to increase safety and help her feel more confident to carry her children. Hello, Ms. Paulson. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
How's your ankle been? I know last session you were talking to your therapist about how your ankle's been bothering you recently, your left one.
It's okay. It's still pretty hard to walk, and I'm just really tired.
Have you been tripping a lot in the past couple weeks?
Yeah, I don't want to even hold my youngest child because I'm scared that I'm going to fall, and I don't want them to get hurt, so.
Yeah. Well, that's something we can work on today. We're definitely going to work on you not tripping, because normally when you trip, you were telling me you trip like that. And so we're going to work on that not happening as much, if that's okay with you today. And hopefully, if we work on your balance as well, eventually you'll feel more confident to where you can hold your child again and become more independent in that way.
Sounds good.
So the first thing that we're going to do is basically, we're just going to have you sit right there. I'm just going to have you lift your foot up like this, and I know this is hard for you. So just do it nice and easy. And then bring it back down. Okay, we're going to do that for 3 sets of 10. How does this feel for you?
It's okay. It's hard to get my toes up.
Good job. You're doing well.
How many of these am I doing?
So for this first, we're going to do 10, and then we're going to take a break and rest. Then we're going to do a set of 10 2 more times.
Okay.
Good job. You're doing good. This will really help you out.
Okay, now it's 10.
Okay. So we're going to rest for a second. How's your week been?
It's been good.
I'm
feeling a little bit better since I've been coming to physical therapy.
That's
Feeling
good.
a little stronger.
That's good. That's good. That's what we're working on.
You want me to do this again?
Yeah, that would be great. Good, good, good. Okay, and then we'll take a rest. And this is something you could be doing at home as well. Something to do. It's a good thing to do when you wake up in the morning, just try to get your legs moving and get them to start waking up.
Okay.
And then if you're doing this at home and it becomes a lot easier for you, after we do this last set, I'm going to show you a way that your husband can help you out so that you can get stronger and stronger even if I'm not here with you.
Okay, sounds good. One more time?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now it's
So I'm going to show you now. Right now, I was reading your last notes. It would be very difficult for you to go up against this bed right now. So I'm going to show you on me what it would look like. So your husband would hold it down here, and then you would just come up against it. And you won't be, from what I've seen, you won't be able to do that. So that last exercise I showed you, something that your husband could take you through in case this becomes fairly easy to you. You want more of a challenge so that you can get better at your walking and balancing. So for this next exercise, just for safety, because I don't want you tripping and having an accident, I'm going to put this gait belt on you for when we're standing. Thank you. How does that feel?
Feels fine.
Okay. Now I'm going to show you what we're going to do while you're sitting there. So basically, you're just going to stand, and I'm going to want you to put more weight into your left foot when you're standing. And I'm just going to give you some little nudges, and you're just going to try to stay standing up. So this should help you stand, and eventually we can progress it to where you could be holding something in your hand to mimic holding your baby.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. And then let's take a couple steps, and just like we were learning in that last one, bring that foot up. Yep, there you go. And I'm going to walk forward for a couple steps just to see how that's working with you. There you go. Okay. We're gonna,
Keep walking.
we can stop right here actually. So you're going to stand, and I want you to pull a little bit more weight into your left side, right here if you can. There you go. And I'm going to give you a couple taps to work on your balance. How do you feel during this? Do you feel safe?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to stand so you can regain your balance for a second. Okay. Stay right here. And we'll do it one more time.
I think my balance is getting better.
I think so too, definitely. This is something we can keep working on in sessions, and we can progress it and make it harder, and we hold a baby next time and see how that goes.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to turn around and go sit back down, okay? Remember what we learned about bringing your feet up.
Okay.
Get the belt off here. So how do you feel?
I feel good. I'm just tired.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely makes sense with your medical history. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't think so.
Well, I was monitoring you, and your breathing rate was about 12, which is good. So you were doing well for me today. And so let me know if you have any other questions, and I think we had a good session today.
Great, thank you.